Hey! Welcome to the show. Post debate analysis special live, my second show of the day. I didn't get into this fucking business to work hard. It's like double sessions in football. Anyways, folks, glad you're with us. This debate night special brought to you by Sheath Underwear. I'm wearing them right now. I'm not shitting you. They're great. All you need to know is this is the greatest underwear known to man. It keeps your balls off your leg or off your feet if you're my age. It was created by a veteran during his second tour of duty in Iraq. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use promo code NickDip to get 20% off your first order. 20% off. Go and support them to say thanks for supporting the show. We appreciate it. All right? All right. I'd show you my underwear, but somebody get pissed the last time I did that. They like, you're too ripped. Stop with that. Anyways, in a few minutes, we're going to have the great Anthony CAMEO, one of the funniest people on the planet, a real shit stirrer, as I like to say. And let me take a sip of this. So he'll be joining us, and we're known to get together around debate time. Last time we did, Trump won. So what did you think, everybody? Let me just start it this way. Perception is everything in life, as they say, okay? And in this situation, the bar was set so goddamn low for Biden. In other words, all he had to do was get through this without shitting or pissing himself. It was set so low, and if he got 3 sentences together without making a gaffe, they'd say he's the winner. And he kept his marbles about him tonight, okay? So I'm sure the perception is, oh, he did great. Trump did not have to be as defensive as he was, but I love him because he's a bull in a china shop, and he has to be that way. He has to get his points out because he's not going to get it in the mainstream media the next day or the fucking social media or anywhere else. That's why he has to do that. I don't blame him for being a bull in a china shop. But like I said, the bar was set so low for Biden that it was ridiculous. But in the end, Biden, once again, like all lefties, lied about the huge shit. Looking into the fucking camera and going, look at all the people that are unemployed. Look at the economy. He doesn't care about you and COVID. This could have been stopped. Do you believe all that shit? If you do, you're fucking what's wrong with the country. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. My fans or maybe somebody tuned in. He lied about the huge shit. To look at Trump and go, you don't know how to create jobs, and me and Obama had a great economy. They never made it to 3% GDP, first administration ever. And we handed them a booming economy. The fuck are you talking about? And as far as law and order goes, nobody endorsed fucking Biden. He didn't say shit for 2 months while the cities were burning in this country. Now he's all pro law and order. Just a fucking liar, a professional liar, and I'm glad fucking Trump kept speaking. Can I ask you another question? Why can't they fucking go back and forth and argue with each other like men and have the moderator shut his hole? I was just notified by my producer, Jason, that Anthony CAMEO, there he is. I can actually see it. Holy shit. Ant, this is going to work.
How you doing, Nick?
Oh, what are you drinking, a Merlot?
I got a little Shiraz here.
Shiraz?
From Dan Under.
What are you, voting for fucking Biden with that shit? This is what Trump drinks. Actually, he doesn't drink. This is what killed his brother.
Nick, I got to say,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here listening to you, and you're absolutely right. This is one of those situations where people look and say, wow, Trump, he didn't have to be that defensive, is what you said.
Right.
And Biden, the thing I noticed about Biden, I said it right away. I go, yeah, he didn't go off the rails. He wasn't drooling,
right.
But he's a fucking liar. He just blatantly looks into that camera, addresses the people,
right,
and fucking lies.
About the big shit.
Yeah.
About the big shit. I just... And perception is and I can hear the jerk-offs who are going to vote for him anyways. By the way, these things mean nothing since, the mainstream media has their foot on Trump's neck. Social media does. It's in the big tech. They're in the fucking bag. So, and not to mention, all of a sudden, mail-in is the way to go. Mail-in balloting, a big push this year for that because, you know, you don't want to get COVID at the fuck. How many 600-pound Asian people with fucking diabetes are voting? Those are the only people, or 90-year-old people are dying. They're not going to come out of their nursing homes to vote.
It's fucking ridiculous. And yes, you're right again. This means nothing as far as who's going to vote for who. People know who they want. This is a spectacle. It would be like you're watching the Super Bowl and going, yeah, when the game's over, I'll tell you who I think is the better team. Because that's all you're tuning in for is the spectacle of it. It's like a sporting event. You know who your team is. You know who you want to win and who you're rooting for. No one waits till the Super Bowl's over to decide, oh, I like the Ravens. They're good. You know, shit like that. It's all about spectacle, and we saw some of that tonight. I liked when Trump jumped on the Hunter Biden thing, and again, Biden just lies. No, that didn't happen. That's been disproven. What? We see it on video.
I know.
There's documentation that your whole family are pieces of shit, and he just blatantly again lies to the American people.
And you know why he's so confident? Because he knows that tomorrow morning all the jerk-offs at MSNBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, and name them all, are going to have his back. But that's all he did. When Trump called him on shit that we already have proof of, that's what he said. Oh, that's been disproven. And he had no answer for the law enforcement. I loved how Trump said, go ahead, who voted for? And I know people are sitting home, fucking suburban housewives who fuck up every election, going, oh, he's such a bully. Why doesn't he let the guy talk? Why don't you let the moderator get the fuck out of the way and let him, you know what I mean, to the point where they actually have fisticuffs. I was hoping.
Like men.
Yeah, like men.
I like how you said that too, like men. Let them go at it. Let them have a couple of verbal sparring matches or real sparring matches, whatever it takes. But you could tell when Trump said, when he goes, my son, Biden's going, my son. And he goes, well, who, Hunter? Who, Hunter? He goes, Bo? I don't know who Bo is. I know Hunter. He got a couple $1 million from the mayor of Moscow. Like, that shit to me is hilarious. And again, like you said, the media is not going to give him anything anyway.
Right.
So why the fuck shouldn't he do that? It's his base. The second Trump tries doing an imitation of a politician at one of these events, he's fucked. So what he's got to do is just be Donald Trump, the same one we saw 4 years ago that we voted for.
That's right. I thought if I was handling Trump and preparing for the debates, this is how I would have handled it. Don't even bring up politics. Just it'll be a 90-minute memory test. Just come out and go, Joe, what year were you born? Joe, who did Whitey Ford pitch for? Joe, what's your wife's last maiden name? Joe, who'd you fuck, your sister or your wife? Just all fucking tests like that. How many stripes? How many stars on a flag?
How the fuck? Again, you're right. They try to nail Trump on all these things. Let's talk race. It's like, you mean let's call Trump a racist? That's pretty much what it's all about. So, yeah, why not one question, Mr. Biden, Mr. Vice President? There have been some conversations that people have about your mental acuity. Is there a problem? Have you been to a doctor about your mental health? Anything? Nothing. They totally leave it alone. They never fucking ask them one question on it.
And then they cut to Biden. He's facing the wrong way. I'm fine. Like I said, my son Jeff. What? Fucking nitwit.
They won't ask him.
No. And as far as the race thing, I guess we'll get to some clips in a second. I don't know how we're. You know, my manager, I said, why aren't we doing it live while the debates? He goes, because everybody's doing it and they're all stealing from each other's pie. I said, well, they're all doing it that way for a reason. That's when you can be funny and spontaneous. He acts like I have 40 people and an ABC crew here cutting clips for me, like I'm Shepard Fox.
Yeah, right as they happen.
Yeah. But what was my point? Oh, about race. He brings up Charlottesville. There's fine people on both sides. Talk about something that was disproven. You know what I mean? They have fucking Trump on tape that day. I was watching it. He was obviously talking about other civilians at that rally. That's been disproven for years. That's how you know There's such lying. It's so funny. They keep calling Trump the fucking most lying. They are a fucking group of liars, and they have a propaganda arm in the mainstream media. And he has to be a bull in a china shop in situations like this. But the race
that's
thing,
all they do. Yeah,
he could have nailed him and said, Joe, you didn't say a word for 2 months while cities were burning. You didn't say a goddamn, now you're all peaceful protests. You didn't say shit. I didn't even recognize Biden, by the way, not being in his, I didn't recognize him. There wasn't a furnace behind him because he wasn't in his fucking basement. You know, he kept saying to Trump, your bunker, you come out of your bunker. I'm surprised he didn't jump all over that, too.
I know. It's all projection. They all accuse everyone that they disagree with of doing exactly what they do all the time. Bringing up the, in Washington, you came out of your bunker. You used the military to clear out peaceful protesters. The church he went to was on fire. It was burning. Peaceful. We watched the videos of people hurling flaming shit at the cops. How is this a peaceful protest? They just lie. Blatant lies to things, by the way, you can just confirm in a second with your phone. Right. They forget that they said this. I never said we should eliminate fracking. And I'll eliminate fracking. It's right there, dummy. It's not 1965. Where if you throw the newspaper away yesterday, you never know what happened the day before yesterday.
That's how cynical it's still 1965 in Biden's head. But that's how cynical the left. They are really. I mean, this is their religion. They put everything ahead. Politics is number one on their list. But they're so cynical that they do that, though. Biden doesn't give a fuck that they have him on tape saying shit like that. You know why? Because he knows. First of all, he thinks the American people are stupid. The left does. They're so fucking cynical. And he knows nobody's going to call him on his bullshit tomorrow, except Fox News. And of course, we can't take them serious. I mean, I'm fucking living in an alternative universe here. I just thought, but I didn't think that the president had to get so defensive because Biden would hang himself. Just let him keep fucking yapping. But again, I guess, like I said, if he doesn't fucking, if he doesn't jump in there, he's going to get railroaded. Let's see if these clips work. This ought to be fun. They got some guys sketching. Supreme Court was the first subject. First of all, I love how they're going after this Amy Coney Barrett. She's got 7 kids. 2 of them adopted from Haiti. One of those Haiti kids has special needs, and she has a Down syndrome, a biological child. And they're sitting there going, she's a fucking twat. She's a lying whore. She's going to take away our right to kill babies.
This is really. I saw something. The biggest scandal they could find recently, one they could pull up pretty quickly, was she has ties to a religious group that has said that men
Chick-fil-A
are superior. Like they're not even superior.
Well, they are.
Men are the heads of the household. That was it. They said she's got some kind of vague ties to this thing. I'm like, the last guy, it was fucking teen high school gang rape, drunken gang rapes. This sequel stinks. That storyline was a lot better when Kavanaugh was fucking tag teaming some drunk up in a bedroom at a party.
Yeah, and where's the evidence that a household with a man raises better kids than not? Hello, Detroit. Hello, Atlanta.
Yeah,
hello,
exactly.
Baltimore. Hello, Ferguson. Are you fucking dog styling me? Supreme Court. Let's see if we can pull a clip up here. They talked about, they brought up right away that Trump shouldn't have. Another thing that can be disproven, like you said, that Biden saying that Trump should have waited, to let the American people. There's tape of him when they would talk about Merrick Garland, right? Saying they had a vote on it. Now, there's tape on it. So, here's that conversation. I don't know what we're going to pull up.
Well, first of all, thank you for doing this.
Who would have guessed? No volume? Jesus H. Christ.
The American people.
I can't hear anything.
To have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. And that say occurs.
There should be a sign person next to him when those fat broads gone.
We had a clusterfuck too here. We were trying to do the debate thing, and the sound wasn't coming through. It always happens.
Well, I
terrible.
said, when Tommy brought this up to do that, I said to my audience yesterday, or today, I should say. It's my second show, like I'm doing double sessions in football. I said, look, this is. I'll remind you, as far as technical difficulties, this is. This streaming shit is like TV in 1955. It's brand fucking new. I might as well be Jack Parr right now. Jason, how am I going to know when that's really ready?
Yeah, we don't quite have it down yet.
You tell me when it's ready, and me and Anthony will dance like we always do.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Fucking the I can see the people that aren't fans of two grumpy Italians.
Yeah, I read that one all the time. Oh, what are they going to do? Kiss Trump's ass and this. I think Trump could have done much better tonight. I think, like you said, he got a little too defensive. He was interrupting a lot, but I mean, when you look at Chris Wallace was really favoring Biden with the questions. I mean, this is what they do. He was giving him the outs. He was helping him along in some cases. Yeah. And then Trump, they offer him the questions like, so how big a scumbag are you? It's those unwinnable kind of questions.
You still beating your wife? That's the question. Are you still beating your wife? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you notice Biden was getting a little tired at about the 30-minute point? He started to stumble a little. Fucking I think that was Trump's plan to just come on like a bulldozer and confuse him or whatever. But again, it's the perception. I can just see broads at home. By broads, I mean white male liberals, going, "Oh Jesus, he's talking over him." I don't give a fuck. Everything he said was true. And Biden was spitting out those talking points. I mean, the mayor of Moscow gave him $3.5 million. That shouldn't be 10 minutes of the discussion. You think if Donald Trump Jr. got $3.5 million, and by the way, the taxes showed that there was no connection to Russia. I mean, that could have been brought up too.
Yeah, nothing. They bring up Trump's taxes, and the greatest line is, you wrote the goddamn laws. You've been in Washington for 47 years. You're responsible for the laws I used completely legitimately and legally to save a shitload of money when I do my taxes. How is that my fucking problem?
I'm a good businessman.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And then when they started to talk about COVID, here's the other one. Fucking Biden looks into the camera. 200,000 dead on his watch. You were the first one to call him a racist when he banned flights from China. Nancy Pelosi was in Chinatown having Peking duck with fucking Jackie Chan and fucking, they're saying, even, like Trump said, even Fauci said, you saved hundreds of thousands of lives by banning flight, but no. And by the way, the 200,000 that are dead, do you guys know how many actually on their death certificate, where it said COVID was the cause of death? 200, it's around 10,000. So it's the biggest hoax being played on the American people. Every time I see somebody with a fucking mask on, I want to fucking jizz in their face. What the fuck are you doing? You got in a car by yourself. What are you gonna?
With a fucking mask on. When I see those stats, and then I read when someone dies, and it says he died due to complications due to COVID, and it's like, oh, so you're not even going to say it was COVID?
No.
Complications due to COVID. Oh, and the cerebral hemorrhage, and the fucking burning ulcer that burnt through his taint as he was standing up.
Complications of COVID. You mean when Cuomo fucking let 11 people from Wuhan into a fucking into a nursing home in Queens and was stacking them in bunk beds? You mean that kind of complication? Everybody that died from it had
Miyagi into a fucking rest home, and it's Trump's fault.
19 people had fucking fucking diabetes. Fucking their blood pressure was 970 over 590, but it was the fucking duck that got them, or the bat.
Right. COVID, and it's Trump's fault, and he's responsible for 200,000 deaths. Yeah.
Hey, sure. Jason, do we have it? Are we going to use any of this, or should we? Huh? So I'd have to give you a different pair of headphones. You have to give me a different pair of headphones? Because the outputs are different. Fucking suck my output. Jesus fucking Christ.
Shit.
Different pair of head. What am I, Casey Kasem? Fucking, that made no sense.
You think that happened with like I Love Lucy back in the day? They're like, I don't know, we don't have a cord. Fucking Fred Mertz is drunk in his trailer, and we can't find the right headphones for little Ricky.
Anyways, what else? I got some notes here. Fucking, but to look into the camera and say Trump hasn't done it on the economy.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Is that you or me? Holy shit, we're picking up Apollo 16. The fuck?
I don't know. One of the wireless speakers just went on. We're in this technological twilight zone.
Yeah.
I swear to you. Yeah. Things turn on. Your phone just starts talking to you. There's cameras on constantly. It's a fucked. We're fucked.
It is
we're
creepy.
Just fucked.
It is creepy. I brought up like my favorite kind of pasta, and I pick up my phone. There's 19 fucking emails from pasta companies.
Yeah, from pasta or Siri's listening to what the fuck you're saying.
I wouldn't let that whore
sending
in my house.
It to the FBI. As well as you should.
What else? Packing the court. They brought up packing the court, and I don't remember what Wallace's question was. But, they're fucking, he's complaining about Trump, swearing her in or whatever. And meanwhile, they got ready to, if they win, ready to change the throw out all the fucking rules because they're getting beat. They can't win on merit. They're going to change everything.
Yeah, they got to change the rules. I was saying earlier,
Where are those headphones, Jason?
It's like playing Monopoly with your little sister years ago, and they don't understand the game. They get mad when they're losing. They want to change the rules. No, I go here. No, the roll the dice again. I'm on free parking. They don't understand. They need to change the rules. They get upset when they lose.
And you're
and they don't give a fuck how stupid they look.
And they get mad.
How dishonest they are.
And they get mad when they land on Park Avenue. You go, that means you take your shirt off.
Go to jail, you get right out. I think that's what de Blasio's doing for Rikers now. They just give them dice. If they roll a double, you're out.
Jace, what are you doing? You're working on it. He's building the fucking headphones by hand. He's got to weld his man. Can I get you some flux? Anthony
a little
knows
Chinese kid putting it together. His name's Cosmo.
Chinese. Oh my God! Fucking great scene.
Chinese.
How about 25 minutes into it? Biden said something about being smart, and Trump said, "Did you say smart? Did you say smart? You graduated fucking last in your class, Joe. You're." So he goes. He said something that made him look bad. He goes. When you're talking smart, don't bring me up. You know what he meant, but he goes, you graduated 250th out of your class, and plagiarism, fucking It's
he said he went to a historically black college.
Yes,
he went to
Delaware State University. He returned
honest, pandering asshole.
Did you hear him go right at the beginning? He called Trump man. He goes, what did he say? How you doing, man?
How you doing, man? Groovy. Shut up, you aged hippie. Can't stand him.
No, I know. And there's a reason he's been around, folks. He's the definition of a career politician. And that's what you guys. And first of all, if he wins, he's not running the country. He might as well be. He might as well be sitting on AOC's lap like Otto and George with her hand up his ass. And just going, the Green New Deal. That's the other fucking thing that fried my ass. The Green New Deal is going to create millions of jobs. We heard that Obama. It created 5 jobs at a cost of $6 million each? Remember?
Yeah. With the failed solar panel company and the failed windmill company and the fucking the hamster on the wheel company. As always, they're going to call every time they bring up an idea. Joe Biden's like, and with my plan of completely eliminating any fuel we ever use today and only using magnets that we spin together in our hands, We'll create millions of jobs. Everything creates millions of jobs
Right.
with this guy. And and again, why didn't you do this 47 fucking years that you weren't on?
Or when you were with Obama.
Right.
It fell flat on its face. They're gonna refurbish every house in the country, every building. And what was the price tag he gave? Like $115. Trump's like, it's $100 trillion. You dumb. Which it is.
Because we couldn't make that money in 100 years.
And he's right. And that's not him talking, folks. That was fucking people who study this shit, who want green energy. I saw people on TV for a year going, people who are for green energy going, $100 trillion. I mean, it'll bankrupt us in 6 minutes. But, a fucking ex-bartender from fucking wherever she's from, she knows best.
But they're going to retrofit every building in New York City with some kind of energy thing. Yeah, that's going to work out. And you're talking to a guy that built buildings in New York City. So he knows the horse shit it would take to think you're getting people all coming back to New York. I want the mafia to run things again. It would be better than de Blasio. Come on in, help us out. We don't care if a few exploding cement trucks every couple of months is a fine price to pay for security and restaurants.
That's not a bad idea. That place is ripe. Maybe the Italians and Russians can get together and fuck. It's like Vegas. It ran much better under the mob than when fucking Disney took over.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, fucking New York stinks now. You don't want to come back here, Nick.
Let me ask you that, Ant. No, I'm not. Let me ask you that, Ant. Is it ever going to recover? See, even Trump said, and like you said, he knows business. I don't care what anybody says. He says he doesn't think it's ever going to come back.
I was saying earlier on that I think for every month this goes on, it's a year recovery time. But I think we're even past that point. We're at the point now where there's no businesses left. No one's working in New York. There are bums, just bums walking around. I try to help out this place, Sullivan's, right across the street from our studio. They have the tables and chairs literally in the street. We're dining in the fucking streets in New York now, like rats. And you sit there and bums come up to you, ask you for money. It smells like pins blowing the right way. And then in a month, that whole thing's gone anyway. There's no, you're not going to be eating a frozen hamburger hockey puck on the streets of Manhattan in the winter.
Oh, that's
Snowplows coming by.
No, that's a
hitting
great
you with
point.
fucking snow.
That's a great point. The only people that are making money, restaurants, are the ones that have those outdoor cafe things, right?
Yeah. We put all those good cement blocks to keep Al-Qaeda from running us over, and now we're actually eating in the middle of the fucking road. Great plan you got there.
De Blasio. Oh, my God. Did he break that city in half?
Oh, he's a clown.
And you know what?
He's
New York,
an idiot. And now he's talking about fining people $50 a clip for not wearing your mask. And he actually thinks he did something good because he declared that using the subways as a place to defecate is against the law now. Like it wasn't. That was something that was okay. A-okay. But no one's going to do anything about it anyway. You could hop the turnstile, shit in the subway, murder someone. No one gives a fuck here anymore. It's the Wild West. I'm waiting for a whole fucking team of gang members on roller skates dressed like the Yankees to fucking skate down Broadway.
Boy, I'll tell you, I haven't done many things right in my life, but fucking getting out of New York, 18 months ago. I wish I did it. I'm not kidding. 10 years ago.
Yes, I know. I told Ann Coulter that today. She was on the show today. Yeah. And I said, Paolo got the fuck out of here. She goes, he actually went. I was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh, great. Good for him. You like him? I'm like, he couldn't be happier being out of this shithole.
Did you tell her I was in Georgia? That would have made her even fucking
yeah,
happier.
He did, as a matter of fact. She loves it. She's fucking, she's disgusted. She's totally fucking disgusted,
I haven't
too.
seen much of her. You know why? Because she makes a lot of sense. I haven't seen much of her on TV. What the fuck else do they talk about? COVID.
More lies.
Oh, my God.
How you blame Trump for something that China did? China did this. How do you explain that Wuhan got COVID. There's films that were coming out of there of them welding people in their houses and setting them on fire.
Literally.
And it didn't go anywhere else in China. It didn't hit their capitals, their big cities, nowhere else. But it went everywhere else in the world.
And they shut their flights down domestically.
Right.
But they kept the international ones going.
Yeah. Like, you're not telling me that it was completely on purpose to fuck the entire world up? Of course it was. But, it's Donald Trump's fault. Maybe because Biden had taken a few $1 billion from fucking
oh my God.
China and sold the American worker to China. It's just a piece of shit. And then they lie.
Yeah, you don't even have to follow politics that deeply. You know, to fucking have your own podcast. No, and you can fucking, you know what I mean? The average person who doesn't follow this knows that, under Obama and Biden, and NAFTA, all the jobs went to overseas. I mean, that's like just common knowledge. But I love when Biden really set himself up and walked into one when he was saying Trump has, you see him, he's got 35,000 people at his rally, whatever, without masks on. And I said to my producer before Trump could get out, and he has 2 people at his rally. He literally has nobody. Nobody's ever gotten sick.
And when Trump said that, you can't get anyone to show up at your thing, he goes, no one's there. And then he goes, no one cares, Joe. No one cares.
I know. He sounds like Colin Quinn arguing at the Comedy Cellar table.
No one cares. All right.
I got to do a quick fucking, a sponsor thing.
I hear
you know about this shit. I got a, I got a teleprompter that's not working. Anyways, I'll read it off the fucking.
Nothing works.
Nothing works. Once again, we are brought to you by Sheath Underwear. Nick, explain sheath underwear in your own words. Well, and I am wearing them. And I'm not kidding you, Anthony. I swear to God, they sent me a box. I already got another box on the way. This underwear has a 2-pouch compartment. I don't know why, unless you're trans or something. It keeps your balls off your leg. Supportive, soft material, nice looking. You can't even, and I'm not shitting you, it feels like you're not wearing anything. The idea for sheath came from U.S. Army soldier Robert Patton. How can a product that came from a soldier named Patton be bad, is what I say. He came up with the idea during his second tour in Iraq. Guys, if this worked for Robert in the sun-blasted deserts of Iraq, it'll work for wherever you live. Support this awesome veteran-owned company. Every order, go to sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code NickDip to get 20% off your first order. Every order comes with Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code NickDip. Get Sheath Underwear and let them support your balls, as they say in New York. Back to the show. Where's CAMEO? Bring them back, Jay. Anthony, now I can't see you.
Oh, what's that? I'm sorry.
There you are. No, we got you back. Anyways. So, again, the big things are just lied about. You can't. Are you really blaming Trump for COVID, folks? I mean, are you buying that? And in this country, they will. We're so polarized. They'll just say, all this happened on his fucking watch.
Yeah, it's his watch. That's what they're trying to do. Trump's America. The truth of the matter is, at the end of January, while they were still trying to impeach the guy, like maybe if this impeachment thing wasn't going on, this nonsense impeachment, they would have paid attention to what was happening. But at the end of January, he closes down China from traveling here. They all get up in arms and call him a racist and xenophobe and everything else. And then now they're saying he didn't do anything. He didn't react. He's got no plan. We saw him put together a committee. They would come out there and talk every day, something Biden doesn't do during a campaign. I call a lid. I got a lid on that. I wish I would have known that. I would have called lids for school. Hey, what is this? School day? Yeah, I'm calling. Anthony's called a lid for class today. He's not going in.
I mean, you're exactly right, though. I mean, Trump had all those business connections, and all those big companies came to him and said, built ventilators. After about a month, there was enough ventilators for 2 planets, but he didn't have a plan. Suck a bag of dicks, you fucking lying.
So they lie. They want to say that he did nothing. Like that he, at least you got to give him some things. Maybe someone would believe you and give you some plausible deniability. But they got to go out there and go, he did nothing. He doesn't care about you. He's spraying, he's throwing infected fortune cookies into playgrounds. Like every fucking thing was his fault.
He sent a ship to New York the last. Remember, Cuomo goes, "We need help." He sends a goddamn ship with 6,000 beds on it, and a week later there were 3 people in it playing Yahtzee. The fuck? What was that about?
They send a hospital ship there. It's useless. They got no one. Someone's got a hangnail on the fucking the poop deck, and it's they used no. It wasn't a big thing. They didn't have a big overcrowding of the hospitals. They made up the ventilator. No one died in the United States for lack of a ventilator. Think about that. They were talking about ventilator. No one in this country was like, my grandmother would have been alive if she got a ventilator. They put shit out so quickly, and not enough. He still is responsible, as Rob Reiner said, the scholar physician Rob Reiner, that he should be arrested for premeditated murder.
Right. Yeah. No, he said that. But meanwhile, not Cuomo, who invited COVID into every. He's responsible for half the deaths of the 200,000. They were stacking old people up like firewood in front of hospitals. Jesus Christ. And Cuomo's on there the next day.
He really is the angel of death.
And he's joking with his fucking musclehead fucking brother. Meanwhile, you can see old people puking behind him.
I love how Tucker plays the video
every time. Every time he's talking, he's got Cuomo doing deadlifts and shit.
Meanwhile, Tucker's the highest rated show, like not even news show, show.
Right.
Like, this guy is tearing it up. And you're supposed to tell me that Americans aren't like-minded.
Right.
They're
right.
That many people are hate watching him. When CNN can't get a viewer, MSNBC's in the shitter. He's just raking all of them with his ratings. And that's the opinion that Americans don't want to hear. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it really is a bunch of shit, Anthony. And then I read when I read these Bilderberg books and books about Illuminati and shit, I'm like, oh my God, this is all fucking, what I'm talking about really is insignificant. The Rockefellers have been pulling strings behind the scenes for 30 years, like fucking puppets, 50 years, I should say. You read that shit, and I don't even want to do the show sometimes. I'm like, oh, they have a roadmap, and they've been following for 40 years.
I never know what's the end game, and who are the people at the top of the pyramid at the end of it all.
Let me give you
when they finally get whatever they want. I still don't even know what that is.
Well, let me give you
who are those people?
Let me give you a hint. They live near Jerusalem.
It's obviously the globalists using drones and Soros and Amazon.
You know what I did like, to go back to race and violence? I love, he didn't even mention all the, Trump missed a few easy ones there as far as race goes. He goes, yeah, Joe, how about you telling black people that they're not black if they don't vote for you, you fucking 90-year-old white guy? He could have walked into that. Like, how many racist things did Biden say over his career? You know, he's clean and articulate. I like those Negroes who shower. You know, and he's got a nice
like
smile.
We could tell a potential buyer at an auction back in the 1800s. Yeah. I mean, that is like the worst type of racism. It came out of Joe Biden.
Yeah. And he remember, and Biden a few months ago, remember, he was right up before he's doing a show, and the guy said, are you going to take a mental acuity test? And he said, come on, man. By the way, man means he's black.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He goes, wait,
man.
That's right. You do crack before the show? Are you on drugs, remember? Fucking, can you imagine Obama? Can you imagine fucking Trump saying that It would be
Oh my God.
you'd still be watching it on a loop on ABC News.
Oh, yeah,
That's what worries me.
What a racist he is. But we know it's just regular old Scranton knock-around Joe.
Yeah.
He's just a regular guy that happens to have millions of dollars and probably tells his accountant to use every one of the things he wrote himself to get him more money on his tax. They're all such phony loads of shit.
They really are. And it's so funny because Trump has been called, the biggest liar that's ever been in the White House. He's the most honest.
Oh, yeah.
You can actually make the argument he's the most fucking honest. And I don't care if you people are getting upset out there. He's the most honest. That's why he's so disliked by Washington. Yeah. We are both, look, both sides agreed on one thing in Washington for the last 50 years. Both sides agreed that Washington was broken. Yeah. That's what they agreed on. Then this guy comes in, an outsider, and flips over the apple cart. And they're calling him the fucking biggest liar ever. He's just pointing how inept you guys have been. And I love that. I loved when Trump said, you call black people super predators.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And Biden went, well, super means good, doesn't it? Super predator.
Super predator. I don't think I said that. Where's Jill? I don't know how they prop him up, though, for that. There are some days where you swear he doesn't even know his fucking name.
I know.
And then there are other days like tonight. I saw a couple of wrinkles tonight in his facade. But he wasn't drooling. He didn't get lost. He didn't come up with a corn pop, hairy leg story.
Right.
Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing to this guy.
Do.
Yeah, maybe some meth or what the fuck.
Adderall, seriously, Adderall or something like that, and he can be lucid. Yeah. I saw Brett, what's his name, Brett Hume. Brett Hume, but he's really smart. He's seen all of this shit. He goes, people are who are senile, they have moments of lucidity, like. In the last debate with Bernie, he was very lucid. They go in and out of it. And he goes, tonight he could be like that. And he was fucking, he was lucid tonight. And I'll go back to my original point. People are going to give him props for that. You know what I mean?
For that.
Just for that, because the bar's set so low because, we know he's on his way out. If he gets elected, I swear to God, he might be the first one that, you'll wake up and open the paper and they find him in a porta potty and fucking behind the White House or something. I don't know.
I don't want President fucking Harris.
Oh, she's a terrific gal. A real warm woman, isn't she? What a fucking hateful
She's
Jamaican.
so well liked by the American people. Proved that when she had to drop out before she got to one delegate.
I know. And now she's on the ticket. That's how you know that you know that he's not going to be the president, for Christ's sake.
She called him a racist. And he's like, well, who do I want as my vice president? There's the woman that called me a racist. It's mental.
It's the left. It's all about, I give them that much. It is their religion. They put it in front of their kids, their family.
Yes.
And they're all misfits, if you notice. They didn't fit into mainstream society. I point this out every day on the show. When you look at those rallies, it's always fat chicks with purple hair, fucking, just fucking downtrodden. Antifa's made up of guys with fucking, lazy eyes and they're missing teeth and just violent and stupid. And they don't fit into the mainstream. You ever look at the broads, conservative women? Jesus Christ. The ugliest one's about a 7.
Nothing hotter than watching a conservative gal looking real good, dressed to the nines, firing a gun.
I was just going to
that.
That's
great.
Katie Pavlich with an AR-15.
Yeah.
Then you cut over to MSNBC and you got, what's her name? Fucking Rachel Maddow with a fucking carrot peeler she uses on her fucking husband.
Crying over transgender rights.
Yeah, we didn't even get into that. I'm still laughing because we watched the whole debate for 90 minutes. I was yelling to these guys, I want that, I want this, I want
and then what? Yeah, we're still in the stone age of this type of broadcast.
Thank God you were fucking free, Ant. Where are you? In the basement of the compound?
Yeah, I did the show from down here tonight.
God, I
did that, and like I said, it was a fuck up. I couldn't get the sound from the debate on, So I literally had to play the debate out of this into my microphone.
No, you didn't.
Like you used to make a mixtape.
That's
with the
one
tape
of those
recorder.
things you put your dick in to make it bigger, isn't it? What the fuck? What are you?
What?
That blue thing you're holding up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is...
There's a name for that.
It's one of those jerk off.
Yeah, one of those.
It's our sponsor. No, it's a little speaker unit, you know, and you plug it in. I had to play the debate out of this so the mic would pick it up. Yeah, that's the archaic shit I'm doing. I swear, it is exactly like I used to make mixtapes. You just put the microphone near the speaker or the tape recorder, and but that was 1978.
Yeah, this shit is in its early stage. People are going to look back in a few years and go, that's what they did. I just feel like this is in its infancy, this whole thing.
Yeah,
If we're still around, you know.
Well, Hillary's got one coming up. I'm very excited about it. She's got a podcast. That
that's
tells you right
right
now that it's done. That's done. That's like when McDonald's started using grunge music in their commercials. You knew grunge was done. Like Hillary's getting a podcast. We better look for something else, Nick.
It's like white people going, that's dope. Using, fucking black shit 30 years ago.
I do that 24/7. Yeah, okay, bye.
How about the other thing I thought Trump missed on when they brought up integrity of the elections, right? And he didn't even bring up fucking, Project Veritas with O'Keefe and Ilhan Omar. We have people that work for her on tape giving guys cash for their ballots, and how do you forget that? I mean,
how do you? I know.
I
don't
it's
think
a pressure.
Trump prepares for anything.
Well, that's sort of why I like him.
Yeah. But
I
think he just says, I'll wing it, Yeah. But there should be certain things that he's just pounded in his head. If he says this, bring up this. Yeah. And that's it. So he should have brought that up, the Veritas thing. There's no evidence that mail-in ballots can result in fraud. And then you go, Trump is bringing up instances where it's happening right now. They don't want to acknowledge it. And then again, bam, lie right into the fucking camera.
Right into the camera. That's what I'm saying. He's going to get points for being lucid tonight.
Right.
He was lucid about lying. He didn't get confused in the middle of any of his lies. He had his lies straight tonight.
Oh, his
so
lie.
Let's give
That's
him props.
One thing he can do through dementia is fucking lie. Isn't that amazing?
What does that tell you? It's at his core. Jesus.
It's in part of the brain that doesn't really have, like way back here, that little knob in the back of the brain that tells you to breathe and tells your heart to beat. It tells him to lie too. All the rest can rot away and he'll still know how to fucking lie.
And then Chris Wallace brings up in 2018, what he said, 3-4 million people, millions, he said, cast their ballots by mail. Why do you have a problem with it today? Oh, I don't know, maybe because I'm going up against a party that's fucking impeached me, told me I was working for Putin. You think that might have anything to do with it, you dumb motherfucker? Can you imagine?
They've proven that they want to remove this president. They don't want a legitimate election.
That's right.
They didn't want him to be president, and they've spent 4 years trying to get him kicked out. And they've used every illegal means possible.
Yes.
So why the fuck wouldn't they fuck with the election?
Right. That's what I'm worried. That's why I say I don't know how much these debates mean anything. You got big tech. YouTube, my number hasn't changed in about 12 days. 3 months ago, I was adding like 1,000 every other day.
Bullshit.
Like every other day, I was adding 1,000, right? And I've been on the same number for like 12 days, which is kind of a compliment. That means I'm on their fucking radar.
Yeah.
Note from Tommy, my manager. I guess this was a quote from Biden. Antifa is not an organization. It's an idea. I guess I missed that one when I was yelling at my producers. It's not an organization. It's an idea. Well, I saw that idea pull up in a U-Haul and unload a bunch of fucking rocks and bottles. You fucking lying.
Yeah. An idea hit me over the head with a skateboard the other day. It was amazing.
By the way, that kid Rittenhouse, they should have a statue built for him. Kid's an
Oh,
American icon.
Absolutely. First of all, just for what he did. Secondly, for marksmanship.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. What's a fucking... I'm practicing the wrong moves. Apparently, I got to be on my back. I'm at the shooting range shooting at paper targets.
What are you doing, Nick? Standing up, you maniac? You got to get on your ass, on your back. You're spinning around.
How about one of the guys he killed was a child molester?
They're all pieces of shit.
A child molester, folks, but it's just an idea. Yeah, an idea. We want to fuck kids. Let's put it in action. It's an idea, not an organization.
Christ, that one kid that had that chunk taken out of his arm.
Oh, my God. Did you see that?
He must the same arm he got the gun in. That's like movie shit right there.
Yes. And he must have been in shock because he was just like on the side of the road. Either that or he's a tough fuck. He's like this with his bicep missing. But he had to be in shock. I mean, that has to sting a little bit, doesn't it? Put some mercurochrome on that. Some fucking iodine.
This might sting a bit, right? A little mercurochrome.
But how about that kid? That kid... Rittenhouse, it's another one, and the story. This has nothing to do with the debate, but the story that really upset me this month was that Gardner guy, who remember he owned a business in was in the Midwest, I forget. Black Lives Matter came and trying to burn it. He had a confrontation with a black guy, ended up shooting a black guy. This kid was an ex-vet, Randy Gardner.
Dude, yes, and he killed himself.
And he ends up killing himself because the DA caved into the pressure. They trumped up the charges on him. This is a guy that served our country. And folks, that's who you're voting for.
Yeah.
People they were happy.
That would do that to a veteran, a guy that was. I read the whole description of what happened. Yeah. And it certainly seemed like he was being attacked by someone. The guy jumped on his back.
Yeah,
they were wrecking his business.
For a year.
This piece of shit.
They were hounding him for a year, Anthony. You know, and people applauding on the left. Yeah, he killed himself. Military vet.
Of course. They love it. And because he was bullied, doxxed, lost everything, his business, family. They have this potential now with all this technology available that for some reason doesn't work for us. They're able to use it to literally destroy people's fucking lives. We can't get the goddamn mic to turn on.
I gotta I gotta get an Antifa guy in here to fucking set up my sound.
Yeah, where's the Antifa guy? Just tell them you want to bully someone in HD, and they'll hook it up for you, Nick.
Hey, get George Soros on the line. He's got the best equipment in the business. He's fucking setting up for bands now. Hey, Anthony, I can't thank you enough, buddy, for, again, we planned on this. I said this could be hairy as far as technology goes, but when me and Ant get together. And by the way, I think I'm scheduled to come to New York for the election, to your show.
I would love that.
Did you know that?
Yes. We had such a blast last time. I have literally a 3-foot bottle of champagne that's been chilling for 4 years, waiting for this election. I would love to have you, Nick.
I might have to use that bottle as a Molotov when I leave your studio after the fucking
if Trump wins,
there'll be no results. There's going to be no results, Anthony. You're going to have to
I got a big hotel room right across the street, so we could just flee to that hotel and watch New York burn from dizzying heights.
All right, buddy. Yeah, you're the best, man. You're one of my favorite people.
Nick, I love you, man.
On the planet.
All the best. Anytime, believe me.
All right.
I love just bullshitting with you about all this ridiculous shit.
I can't wait to see you in person. So the great Anthony Comey, everybody.
Awesome.
Take care, man. Guy's been in his basement more than Biden. That is it. Sorry about the clips or whatnot, but what can you do? I think I have one more read for Sheath Underwear, right? A third read. It's here somewhere. Here it says was. So this must be. This debate night special was brought to you by Sheath Underwear. It all comes down to this, folks. It's the most comfortable underwear I've ever owned, and I'm not making this shit up. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use promo code NICKDIP to get 20% off your first order. Every order comes with Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. Don't like it? Send it back, skid marks and all, and you'll get a full refund. Nothing else in life works like that. Go and support them to say thanks for supporting the show. One more time, that's sheathunderwear.com, promo code NickDip, and we thank them for supporting the live post show tonight. That is it, folks. Remember, you think it, I will say it. You're very welcome. We'll see you back here tomorrow, believe it or not, which is in a few hours. All right. Have a good night.